Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Flock of Geeks Gaming. I'm hosting this week. I am Kester, and joining me is the handsome, wonderful...
Defense.
All right. Got a pretty good show this week.
Yeah, we do. It'll be fun. I have a quiz question for you, Kester.
Go for it.
What episode number are we on?
I think this is 15.
Good job.
Yes.
You didn't say it, so I thought maybe you were avoiding the question.
No, I knew. I just don't keep track, really. Not that important to me.
Numbers don't matter.
No.
Not when you're going to have infinite amount.
Yeah. This could literally go on until I die. So another 10 years.
How many episodes would that be? We can do about 52 times 10. We'll at least get into the 500s before you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with the way I chain smoke, it's...
All right, maybe more 400s.
Yeah, like we'll be lucky to hit 42. So
all right, with that, you want to go down what we're doing today?
This week we're doing news. Then we're gonna talk Dark Souls, and then we're gonna end the show. A lot of trailers came out this week, so we thought we'd talk about all the trailers. So a lot of nerd stuff going on here.
Yeah, I think it's a little change of the pace. People seem to enjoy our movie interpretations.
Yeah, we do have strong opinions.
We're just going to feed them some more.
I like talking about it, too, so...
Yeah, it's fun.
And I mean, other than, because there's only one game right now, let's face it.
Yeah, so that's going to be a short segment. But yeah, we'll give our impressions of it.
Yeah.
So, cool. All right.
I already beat it because I'm sick.
Well, let's just wait,
Yeah.
okay, before you rub it in everyone's face. Sorry, we had to work, Kester.
Well, I mean, you got to request off for these things.
I know. It's either that or vacation this summer.
Yeah, you should have taken a vacation.
For Dark Souls, yeah.
I would have.
Yeah.
I did.
All right, cool. So, news. What do you got?
Did you see they leaked Red Dead Redemption, the map?
For 2?
Yes.
No.
And they said it's going to be a prequel.
Dude, I just started sweating.
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No.
It just came out today. One of the artists leaked the map.
What an amazing fellow.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Honestly, that's pretty good publicity.
Yeah, and it looks like a giant map. There's like 7 different territories.
Oh, man.
So that is definitely happening now.
So, you're probably going to be a young John Marston then.
I don't know. They didn't say anything other than it's going to be
if it's a prequel.
They said it might link to Mafia 3 somehow.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did Rockstar make that game?
I guess they did. They must have. I don't know.
That's weird.
It is weird. I just remember reading that when I was reading over the thing.
That really scares me, actually.
Why are the Mafia games bad?
They're not the best.
I never played one, so I couldn't tell you.
Our upstairs crazy neighbor liked them a whole bunch.
Yeah, I don't trust his opinion, though.
No. He likes the story.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
He liked that game, The Order, which was just walking around watching a movie.
He still hasn't beaten it. It's like 8 hours of gameplay.
Like, come on,
It's
man.
been months, and
Get
he
it
still
together.
plays it.
Get it
He's
together.
still not done. It's like 10-minute sits at a time.
Yeah. I don't even think you could get through a cutscene in 10 minutes in that game.
We love you, man. Don't take that to heart if you're even listening.
You better be listening.
We'll find out because
Yeah.
he'll talk some smack on me if we are.
He wants us to do Call of Juarez.
So we're calling him out. Are you listening to the podcast?
Yeah.
We'll find
Because
out.
if you're listening to this and you bring it up, we will do Call of Juarez.
If you listen to this, don't text me anything other than Mafia 3. And if you text me Mafia 3, then I know you listened to it.
And we'll do some Call of Juarez.
Yeah, Call of Juarez, yes.
For some reason, that's like his favorite game.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. That's
Yeah.
better than anything I got.
Yeah, okay, cool. Then that's the one thing when I was like reading over stuff today that I found that I was like, oh, that's worth mentioning.
That's definitely worth mentioning.
So it is.
So sweet. I'm
Yeah.
so pumped because like it was just that one. It was that enigma, that mystery. Everyone wants it, but what are they doing? I'm so excited.
Yeah, now that it's like definitely happening, you can get very excited about it.
I think it's actually a good move on Rockstar's part. Let's leak
Yeah, it
the
is
map.
You can't see him, but he's doing air quotes right now.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot this is video.
Let's leak this.
Let's leak this. The head artist, probably gets paid and has a family and needs a job. Just gonna throw it on the internet.
Yeah, but it was cool. And then I don't know where the prequel rumor was coming from.
Okay, well I'd rather be a prequel, honestly, because I like John Marston more than I liked his son. So if they're gonna keep it in the same heritage,
yeah,
I'd rather.
Would you rather have a new character, or do you want to play as John Marston?
I don't know. John Marston's actually a really cool character. Like, I didn't have any qualms with him or anything.
No, I liked him, so I could play as him again. I would have also. I'm always for a new character, though.
Yeah.
I always want to see a new character.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be interesting.
Because I feel like his story was told.
I agree. And you know what's going to happen, so it kind of takes away that.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll do his dad or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be neat. I wouldn't mind keeping it in the family. I'd really think it'd be interesting to play a Western like that as a woman.
That would be cool. It'd be different.
Like if you dressed up like how they used to with the big dresses and but secretly you're like
you have
it's
a
like
mini gun under
there.
there.
Yeah, you're like a gun-toting cowgirl. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but that looks awesome. At least because
great.
the world looks giant. Like the map image they leaked, it looks like it might be one of the biggest games ever.
That's fantastic. I'm glad they're putting their resources towards something. Because they're constantly releasing updates for Grand Theft Auto 5, and that did so freaking good and still is doing amazing that they can kind of afford to just make a game that everyone wants, and it'll sell better than most anyway.
Oh, yeah, it'll do very well. Like, because I think the first Red Dead, like I said, it won Game of the Year everywhere.
It probably was mine that year. I don't even remember what it was up against, but I played that the most.
I'd have to see what it was up against, but it was really good.
I played that game a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the few open world games I actually loved enough to beat the whole thing. I enjoyed it that much.
Yeah, it was really good. Okay, cool. The great news. I love it. Good work.
And then another one I have is Naughty Dog is talking about Uncharted 4. The single player is going to be almost twice as long as the previous ones.
So we'll be looking at between 15 and 20 hours?
I would say more like 16.
Ah, nice.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Well, then it solidifies the fact that it's worth getting, even if you don't like the multiplayer then.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the single player is the best single player of all time. Even then I'd still be disappointed.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah, it looks great. I just wish that, I just want to get my hands on that multiplayer and see what the other modes are and everything, because I can't. I'm so angry I'm not, looking forward to it. I would have taken that as my vacation week.
Yeah.
If I didn't play that beta.
Well, good thing you did it.
Yeah, good thing I did.
You don't want to waste your vacation.
No, maybe we'll go to the beach or something. Waste it that way.
Do something be a real person.
Yeah, because there's no other game coming out that I'm going to want to request time off for.
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, it looks good. I don't know if it'll be the best game ever, story-wise.
It probably will be, I think. It looks interesting from the trailer. I like the brother aspect of it.
Yeah, it's neat. It kind of shows, too, there probably is going to be co-op then, for sure.
Oh, definitely. And I just like the idea of they were searching for this treasure their whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks really good.
It changes it up enough because the first three you're just Drake, Nathan Drake, and then what can they do to the fourth to make it just a little bit different?
Yeah,
it's a good thing to add, I think.
Throw in his brother.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let me see what else did I have. Oh, Final Fantasy IX came out on Steam.
Dude, that's my first thing.
You saw that?
Yeah, that's my first piece of news.
Nice.
I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, you should replay it.
Well, the thing is, right now on Steam, it's cheaper until the 20th, I believe.
Why is that?
It's just because it's new and it's on sale. So if you're gonna get it now because you'll save $5. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna download it right after this.
Nice.
Oh yeah, dude. I guess the rendering's a little bit better. Character models look a little bit better.
A little cleaner,
and the cutscenes look a little touched up.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So
I mean, the art style in that game is cool. It's everyone looks weird, almost kids, but it works. I don't know.
Yeah, it does because it I think we talked about it. It has this childish cartoon overtone, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
But it's real dark.
I know, that's why it's so cool.
So
it looks,
yeah.
Like it's like a kids movie, but at the same time, there's so much killing.
Yeah, I know, it's death.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so I'm very excited about that. Pumped to replay it. I've definitely forgotten a lot about it, so
yeah, like I don't know if I even have a desire to replay that one.
I do.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I would if I had, Steam, the computer. I'd probably pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I have it on my PS3, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but I'm glad I waited.
Yeah. Like, I think I have all the Final Fantasies on my PS3.
I started replaying 9, like from the the PS1 disc. I played it on my PS3. I had the tank one, so it was backwards compatible, and I started playing that again last year, but I fell out of it, which I'm glad I did. But I was old school, man. I was using the disc.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. I found it. I'm like, I gotta play this again. So cool.
Cool.
Good stuff. All right, that knocks off my first note.
Nah, I killed your first. I killed your
man.
first piece of news.
Yep, you did. Okay. So we have a new world record in
For
video
Mario?
gaming. Yeah, did you see
I
that?
saw it. Yeah,
This is ridiculous.
it is incredible.
Did you watch the gameplay?
Yeah, I watched the
It
whole.
was nuts.
Like, I don't know how you do that.
I don't know either.
He was like 15 frames from beating the computer record.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
like he almost did it as good as a machine. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. He live streamed it on Twitch. I think his name's like Darbian.
Yeah.
Yeah. He live streamed it on Twitch, and it's great because he had a heart monitor on.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell where like halfway through the game, he realizes he's doing it really well, and his heartbeats just skyrocket. It's really cool, and wow,
It was incredible. You should watch it. It's only 5 minutes.
it's less than. So he got his the prior record was 4 minutes 57 seconds, and then .427 milliseconds.
Yeah.
I think, right? The new one is 4 minutes 57 seconds, .260. So he beat it by 0.2 milliseconds. Yeah, that's something special. It's really cool that he did that.
And you'll never top that, probably. Of course, they always find something.
Unless you're a machine.
Yeah, the only way to be better is to be a machine.
That's incredible. Good work, man.
And that's like they discovered the Mike Tyson's Punch-Out thing. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy who ducks during isn't it ball? Is it ball?
Piston, Honda, and Ball Bull.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. The thing about that is, it's cool they found it,
But it doesn't really do anything.
it doesn't matter.
No.
Like it's not going to save you records because they're not really that hard to begin with.
No, and the timing isn't that difficult either to hit him out of it.
Like if you play Punch Out at all, and like you'll get the bull rush down.
Yeah.
From Ball Bull, and like Piston Honda, I think like 80% of people know that you can knock them out with that stomach punch at that time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it is just cool that they found it.
Yeah,
that it was
for
like there's
sure.
a secret that's that old.
for sure, I think if I played it and I tried to do it, it would throw me off at this point because I'm so used to not using it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to use it.
But it's cool.
It's
cool
just
that
cool
they
that
did
they
it.
found it. Yeah.
Wow, how old's that game?
29 years.
They just found it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Jeez, that little bastard in the crowd.
Yeah.
29 years.
Took 29 years for somebody to see him.
We found you. All right. Well, sticking with the Nintendo theme,
All right.
we have 2 new Super Nintendo games out on the eShop.
What are they?
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the good news.
Okay, the good news is it's A Link to the Past
Well, that is good news.
and Super Metroid.
Great news.
I know. I knew you'd like it.
I'd love that news.
Yeah.
Is this for the 3DS?
You want the bad news?
Okay, what's the bad news?
It's for the new 3DS
Yes.
only. That's it. You can't. You 3DS doesn't work.
That's bullshit.
You have to do it on the new 3DS.
Which I didn't even know was a different system until you pointed it out to me.
It has like a second analog, but it's like a nub.
So is that the only difference?
Well, and it's way faster.
Okay.
Like way faster. Like loading times are pretty much like
Non-existent.
yeah. I mean they're there, but it's by the time you even realize it's loading, it's done. It's really fast. Way better. And if you're into it, I highly recommend getting one. But
That's the worst name for a system of all time, I think.
yeah, it's worse than Wii U.
Yeah, new DS.
Like, you don't put the word new. What happens when it's not new anymore? Like, the next handheld you come out with.
Newer DS. It's the newest DS. Like, yeah, until you told me it was a different console, I would have walked into a GameStop and been like, I want a 3DS. Do you want the new 3DS? Or just give me a DS. I don't care.
What's so new about
Yeah,
it?
what's so new?
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, if you don't know, that's...
It's a different system, people. I did not know that.
It is. It's a better system, but Jesus, are they dropping the ball on that?
Yeah, just call it like DS something else, like DS Ultra.
Yeah, just go Street Fighter with it.
Yeah.
DS Ultra Superstar
Turbo Edition.
Turbo Edition 45. Anyway,
Then I'd get it.
and if you bought them on Wii U, which I bought Link to the Past on Wii U a while ago, you're screwed.
Really?
Yeah, there's no like crossover, no discount.
Wow.
Yeah, that's such a shame. It'd be so awesome if you could. I'd spend like $10 to $15 on it, an old school Super Nintendo game, if I could put it on every Nintendo console I had.
That would be sweet.
It'd be way better. Or like even people are saying give a discount, like okay, pay $2 to transfer the game over, and you can play it on that.
Like a transfer fee.
Yeah, which is fine.
The initial setup fee.
Yeah, it's fake. They don't. It's not like anyone's sitting there doing anything.
Yeah, where they'd know you were ripping them off.
Yeah, so there's that. I mean, I'm excited about it because I'm pumped to put Super Metroid on my new 3DS.
Yes.
But it sucks for anyone who might have bought it before, and if you don't have a new 3DS.
How much is the new 3DS? Is it like $300?
Not quite. Not anymore, at least. I didn't spend.
How long has this even been out?
I got it last year.
Oh wow.
When I was still at my old apartment.
That doesn't make any sense.
It came out with Majora's Mask.
Oh, okay.
When they re-released that, and then the new Xenoblade, not the one for Wii U, but the one they remastered, the one for the Wii.
Oh, that one was good.
Yeah, you can only play it on the new 3DS.
Oh, I see.
Because the old 3DS couldn't handle it.
Wasn't powerful enough.
Yeah, and plus you get the analog stick nub, so it's a lot easier to play.
Yeah, it should have had
the
one
camera.
to begin with.
Exactly. They pretty much...
It's what it should have been to begin with.
Yeah, they just did what they forgot to do. Good job, Nintendo.
Yeah.
We know your schemes.
Way
It's
to
not
catch
that
up.
hard. Speaking of, okay, we're going to keep going with Nintendo.
Yes.
My brother actually sent this to me today, and I didn't look at it until right now. It's the Nintendo console sales throughout the years, like from NES till now.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Do you want to play a game?
Let's do it.
Or do you want me to just tell you?
Let's play a game.
All right, everyone likes a game. All right, we'll start with NES Famicom.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to know it's broken down for hardware, so the consoles actually sold, and the software on it that's actually sold.
All right.
Do you want to even guess?
I don't want to guess. Like, there's no way I'm going to guess this. I don't want to play this game.
Okay, so starting with the NES, we have 61.91 million units sold.
61. Wow, that is a lot. I would almost thought it'd be higher, though, because it was the only system.
It's like the NES. Yeah, I know. So, okay, there's that. Software real quick, 500 million.
500 million.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, for NES, for how expensive and all that shit and how new it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like introduction of consoles in your home.
And
for
a
the
lot
most
of
part.
time, back then, man, people just rented video games.
Yeah.
Like, that's different nowadays. Like, you don't really rent video games anymore. I think it's just because the media coverage is so much, and like reviews, you can kind of tell what you're gonna like and what you're gonna buy.
Rarely do you buy a game you just don't like anymore.
No, and like the NES, it was like everything was like so bad. Like most of it was terrible, so you would just go rent a game.
Yeah.
And if it was bad, it ruined your whole weekend. Your weekend was shot.
Yep.
So like, but yeah, once it got to like, I would say probably about PS2, nobody rented games anymore.
Yeah, that's when it kind of stopped. It was when you started, like, PS3 started installing games and stuff, and
yeah, it's just also, like, if you have a question about a game, you can go watch videos. You can tell if you're gonna like it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
And you can Twitch, they stream. You can just watch someone play it, which is, in my opinion, the best way to see if you'd like a game or not.
exactly. There's just too many options to view and find out if you like games. Like there are podcasts out there telling you what games are good.
That's a good point because NES has one of the highest numbers of software sold.
Yeah.
So you're right. You're definitely right.
Because you're just taking a shot in the dark back then.
Yeah. Yeah, so you just gonna buy whatever you can.
Like I remember whenever I bought, I'm gonna buy Super Contra. I spent all my Christmas money on Super Contra, and it was like that game was too hard, and there was no 30 lives code, and I was so sad about that. And I like that game now because I know the code, and I'm a lot better at video games. But back then, it's like I couldn't even beat the first level, and I spent $60 on it. It was like all my Christmas money.
Ugh, that sucks.
Yeah.
All right.
That was the danger of the Nintendo years.
Yeah, continued on. So going to Super NES, we have 49.1 million units sold. So that's a drop off of about
20 mil.
Well, now about 11.
11 million. That's still pretty good because you had competition at that point.
Yeah, it is. They sold 379 million software.
That is a major decline.
Yeah, I know. It is. Well, you think they pretty... I mean, it's almost a split. I mean, it's a little over, of course, but... I mean, yeah, you got Genesis there.
Yeah, and it did what Nintendo don't.
Yes. Okay, so going to Nintendo 64 now. They sold 32 million units.
Like, I think that's high. I mean, I don't remember a lot of my friends having 64s. Everyone had a PlayStation.
I don't know. It just seemed like it ruled my generation. It seemed like everyone had it and loved it so much. I feel like it's a little low.
Really?
I think for what it did for me as a gamer, because of Zelda.
Yeah, maybe it's our generation gap.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you noticed it more than me.
Yeah, because I would have been a lot older at that point. And us older kids, we looked at Nintendo as, for kids. We were too cool for Nintendo at that point. Like the PlayStation had your dark Resident Evil type games, and every 64 game was just some cute guy running around. That was every single one.
All right, touche.
So.
Okay, all right. So we'll go to the GameCube.
GameCube.
Can you guess if it's higher or lower?
Oh, it's lower, isn't it?
It's 21 million, which is...
That's higher than I would have thought.
Yeah, I would have guessed around 15 if I had to guess.
I would have said 10, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but I mean,
as much as I loved that system, it was a failure.
It was a flop, unfortunately. It definitely was.
And to me, it's Nintendo's second best system.
Yeah,
I would say. Like, I love that system.
Yeah, it's great. It's a shame. I mean, it looked good. It played well. It had one of the best controllers ever.
Yeah, had the awesome mini discs.
For whatever reason.
Just to look cool and not have a DVD player, which was their biggest mistake.
Good job, Nintendo. Let's save money on our plastic CDs.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get into the handhelds now. So Game Boy.
Game Boy has a lot.
It looks like they're lumping in color with this.
That's fine. Game Boy.
118 million.
That's crazy.
That is the high. Yeah. That's a lot.
Like,
that's just Game Boy. That's not Game Boy Advanced or anything. That's just Game Boy.
Straight up Game Boy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everyone loved Game Boy. Like, even your mom would have played Tetris.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the thing.
And it sold 500 million units of software. Wow. Yeah, that's actually this. It had just a little over the NES. So, but it doubled the NES.
Moved some systems.
Yeah. Holy crap.
It was really cool at the time.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it revolutionized gaming for handheld, That's what started it all.
Yeah.
Okay, Game Boy Advanced. Do you have any idea, since we said how high this last one was?
No.
This one's 81 million. So it dropped about 40.
That's still incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much quadrupled the GameCube. So,
yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive, but it's It's not quite as much as the regular Game Boy, which, I mean, kind of happens. With the new iteration of systems, you get a high influx of purchases.
I loved the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I did too.
Dude, whenever I used to work at the car wash, that's all we did was play Game Boy Advance.
I love the SP.
I like the original one better.
I like the SP because it was really compact. It was like a mini laptop. I felt like a freaking like agent when I played it when I was little. Because I'm like, yes. Came in red, which was huge for me.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. The first thing I ever bought was I bought the red one, with the Secret of Mana Advance one game.
I never played that. I have it, though.
It's fantastic.
Which is weird. I have it, but never played it.
Yeah, it's really good.
I found it in my bin of games.
I highly suggest it.
Maybe I should put it in and play it. Oh, I
what?
love the Game Boy Advance. It had so many good
I had the
games.
white one, which I really liked too. Just the big one, but it was white instead of purple.
I had the purple one.
Yeah.
Plus, if you could get a
Chump.
GameCube, 4 Game Boy Advances, 4 connector cables, you could play Four Swords Adventure.
Yeah, that's so worth it.
It actually was.
Dude, was it?
It really was. It
So
was a
you-
lot of fun.
Dude, that's like $1,500 to play a game.
Yeah, but like everyone I knew had their own Game Boy. It was like we just had to buy the cords.
Guess.
It was worth it, man. It wouldn't be worth it if I was buying all 4 Game Boys.
True. That's a pain in the ass. That's what that is right there.
Dude, it was a lot of fun.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, you're like the biggest Zelda freak in the world.
I am not a fan of that, though. I feel like they're just trying to reach into your pockets. It's like, buy everything 4 times. No, get away.
I mean, it was,
I don't like that's the thing. I don't like that, like, cable bullshit of, like, connecting systems and stuff like that. I think it's a waste of time, and it's cool, but, like, how often do you do it? It's like you got to have one day where you do it.
We did it twice.
Exactly.
Yeah, I used that cable twice.
Yeah.
It was for that and the Final Fantasy game,
Yeah.
Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah.
Which were both fun games.
That's fine.
But
Whatever.
they weren't, not worth it.
Piss your money away on that crap.
I only pissed like $35 away on the cable. I already had a Game Boy and a GameCube.
It's like, oh, cool, I got this Zelda game that I can't play unless 3 other people are available.
Like I think you need more friends with Game Boys. Was your issue.
Shut up. No, that's cool. I'm just not a fan of those games. I like to play my Zelda single-player style.
Okay.
So,
Still a great game.
okay, that's fine. Okay, it kind of branches off here. Do you want to stick with handhelds, or do you want to go with the consoles that are remaining?
I don't care, Jeff.
We'll
go
go-
with your heart, man.
Consoles. No, we can't go into the consoles. Wii U is going to be the last one we do.
Okay. So
We'll go up the board. So, the Wii got 101 million units.
wow.
Yeah. So that is the second highest as of right now.
Game Boy beat it.
Yeah. Game Boy has 118. This has 101.
That's what everybody bought a Wii, man.
Yeah, dude, check out this number. 911 million software units.
It's incredible.
That's the most so far.
How many of them were Wii Sports too?
I know,
So you
right?
could get another Wiimote.
Yeah, seriously.
Remember when you couldn't find Wiimotes? And-
Not really.
yeah, like whenever we first got it, I could never find a Wiimote.
Hey, Kester, you said it yourself. I just need to find more friends
yeah,
with
you
now with Wiimotes, I guess.
yeah, you just need more friends, Andrew. That's your problem.
Why don't you have all these friends with all these accessories so that you can play all these dumb games?
You had to be one of the rich kids.
Me?
Yeah, to afford all this.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I didn't.
No, I didn't either. I had a job at the time.
I just had better taste. Anyway.
Okay, we'll go with that. Makes you feel better.
And it does. It helps me sleep.
Okay, as long as you're sleeping at night.
Barely. Anyway, we'll go with the Nintendo DS now. It's
That's got to be high.
154 million.
Is that number 1?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that was a great system.
So far, it's number 1, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it got, well, you also got to think, it has like 4 iterations. It has like DS, and then there was like another one, and then had like DSi, and then
And it was the DS, then the DS that was slimmer, and then the DS XL.
Yeah, and then the DSi, which had the camera.
Yeah, there was like 100 versions of it.
Yeah, so literally there's probably 4 that I can think of. So that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I still have my original that I got on launch
the
day.
gray one.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I actually gave mine away. Yeah.
Somehow my mom got it on launch day, and it was my Christmas present.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know how she did it.
Good job.
Yeah. Good job, Sue. Pretty pissed I called her Sue.
Uh-oh.
Gotta call her Susan.
Oh, okay. Good job, Susan.
Good job, Susan. I know you're listening.
Thanks. Okay. I'm trying not to swear as much.
I am too.
I think I said piss.
I probably have sworn.
Let's continue on. All right, now 3DS. We're going with the Nintendo 3DS. The new 3DS isn't in here. I don't know if that's
They're probably
included in this.
combined, yeah.
I don't know. So far, it's only 54 million.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I think what hurts it is mobile gaming, to be honest with you.
that's kind of when it started. Yeah, I agree there. I just don't think people understood that it was different. Again,
Yeah.
it's 3D.
Can I interrupt here real quick?
Sure.
Because I was going to mention this in news, but I forgot to, and we
Okay.
were talking about mobile gaming, and this enraged me to a level I can't describe, because there's this role-playing game I really like, Square makes. It's called Valkyrie Profile.
Okay.
You ever hear of it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the PS2 one's one of my favorite games of all time. They announce a new game in the series. Guess what it's coming for?
Mobile.
Mobile. I was so enraged. That was the exact
You know what?
noise I made.
You know what?
What?
Good.
Why?
Because I believe 2 weeks ago you told me how much I'm a stinker for not liking mobile gaming and to just, buck up and play the mobile games. It's fine. I played at work. This is what you get.
I
This is the
deserve this.
crap that I'm talking about. This is why mobile gaming sucks. And it ruined Breath of Fire.
Yes.
I don't even know if that game ever came out.
I don't think that it did.
It might have in Japan or something, but everyone's like, this is bullshit. And they just stopped.
Yeah, I could not have been, because I saw that, I was like, oh my God, they're making a new Valkyrie Profile.
Is it like a 2D Metroidvania game?
Yes,
Okay.
kind of. It's a role-playing game.
Is it like Odin Sphere?
No.
Oh, okay.
When you touch enemies, you go into a 3D world map.
Okay.
Or just like a 3D map. The first one was kind of, you just each character was assigned to a button, and depending on what order you pressed them, they attacked.
Oh, okay.
And it was awesome. The second one was kind of the same thing, but it added movement.
Okay.
It is one of my favorite role-playing games. The second one, I still have it. I love that game. I'd play it right now.
That's cool.
It's really cool too, because what it is, the plot is Ragnarok is happening, so Odin sends you out to recruit soldiers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's so good. So good. And the new one's going to be a mobile game. So, yeah, I had this coming.
Yeah, you kind of did.
I did. I really did. This is the first time that, they announced a game, and it was oh, mobile. Fuck you.
Yeah. What a dumbass move.
I know. It pisses me off so much. Because
Ugh.
I mean, you'd have to have been a fan, but that's a new Final Fantasy coming out and it being a mobile.
Oh no, I totally get it. It
Yeah.
makes me want to throw up, and I've never even played it.
Yeah, I love both those games. If you've never played them, I think you can get them on the PSN store. I would definitely check them out.
Okay, cool.
If you're
Yeah,
an RPG fan.
Oh yeah, I'll check them out for sure.
I would say the second one was better.
Okay.
Samaria might have been it.
If I have time,
You won't.
I-
You won't have time.
I'll buy it. I won't play it.
It'll just sit there looking pretty.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah, there's that game.
Yeah,
Never played that.
so-
Kester liked it.
Yeah, and fuck mobile gaming now.
Yeah. That's all I can say.
That did it for me. I'm on your side now.
Welcome.
I want to play a new one. I want it to be a controller. I want it to be a PS4 game. I don't know. I'm so upset about that.
Will you even buy it?
Depends. No, I don't want to. I really don't want to.
Okay, this is how I feel. Okay. This is almost how I feel about season passes and stuff. but I don't support those. Like, I still buy the game, but I won't buy season passes.
Mm-hmm.
With mobile gaming, I despise it so much that I will not buy it.
Yeah, I completely understand.
I won't do anything. I don't want anything to do with it.
Like, I just can't believe that. Like, I never thought I would get another game in that series. I was already, like, coping with that fact. I was like, I'm sad I'll never get another one of these because I liked it that much.
Mm-hmm.
And then to tease me like that, you're like, guess what? It's a mobile game. No.
You drop to your knees at work. Oh!
Yeah, my boss is like, why are you screaming? I'm like, because it's a mobile game.
Mobile game!
It's a mobile game.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, he's like, you should like that. You sell cell phones. Like, no.
Customers walk in. Hey, you! Fuck mobile gaming.
Yeah.
What?
Don't
Fuck
buy
you. Don't buy a cell phone.
Don't buy cell phones anymore.
Valkyrie Chronicles. Fuck.
It's a mobile game.
What are you saying?
It was like the end of Soylent Green. Just right. It's a mobile game. Valkyrie Chronicles is a mobile game. All right.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
But
I just wanted to bring that up while we're.
it's what the world's coming to.
Yeah, I forgot about that. This is the first sign of the apocalypse.
Yep. As soon as Zelda goes mobile, I'm going to be hanging from a tree.
Yeah, it's not quite that equivalent. I'm trying to think.
No, it's not. But I'm saying as soon as it does happen.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Can't wait for 4 swords on mobile, which
Yeah.
actually would make more sense. But I'm like, shut my mouth and pretend like I never said that, or else they're gonna do it.
Yeah, they'll hear you. Don't.
Hey Nintendo, if you do listen to this podcast and you at least
Which
you
I'm
know
sure you
do that, just tell people to listen. They might listen.
Yes, so we'd appreciate it, Nintendo.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anyway, so we did Nintendo 3DS, sold 54 million units. Okay, here's the Wii U.
Let's hear it.
10 million.
10.
That is so low.
This thing is bugging. Sorry.
Dude, just wait.
Okay, fine. I cannot. It keeps falling.
You're fine. I can hear you.
You
You're
can hear
okay.
me fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know what you're doing over there. Playing with your...
I'm trying to fix my mic.
Dude, quit playing with your dinghy.
I'm playing with the dinghy on it. It's just bugging the shit out of me.
If you would stop touching it, it wouldn't fall.
It keeps falling.
I
then,
see you just touching it.
because it keeps falling.
Okay.
All right, what are we talking about?
Wii U sold
leaving
10
this
million
in?
units. Yeah, we're leaving it in.
Okay.
If people want to hang out with us and talk gaming, this is what happens.
Yeah,
Kester goes in the corner and plays with his dinghy until it falls off. Okay, so now that it fell off,
Okay, we're back.
oh, it's back on.
It's
Nice.
back on,
That
yeah.
was out of nowhere. Good work.
Yeah, I handled it.
Okay, we're done. We're done with the Nintendo.
So 10 million.
10 million. Okay, so the highest was
DS.
the DS with 154.
That just goes to show you nobody was falling for the Wii U.
No, I mean there was nothing to fall for. Everyone didn't know it existed.
I can't believe they're nixing it already.
Yeah, who knew? Who would think?
They already came out with a list of 4 games that they're porting over, didn't they?
I didn't see that,
For
but
the NX.
I'm guessing Zelda is one of them.
Yeah, it was Zelda. Oh, what were the other 3? One was the Star Fox, I think.
I figured.
The new Metroid maybe was the other one. I can't remember what the 4th one was.
Well, the new Metroid's I think that's a mobile game.
Oh, is that a mobile game?
Not mobile, not handheld.
Oh, it's DS.
I think so, yeah.
Huh. Then I can't remember what they were.
Looks like garbage.
Yeah,
we
I don't-
talked about
yeah,
that
I don't
before.
want to get into that again.
Okay, so
Dragging my hero through the mud.
I know. Well, at least she's not in it.
That's true. She isn't in it.
So,
Okay, then I don't really care.
okay.
You're not besmirching her good name.
Because she's not even in it.
Yes.
All right, so we're done with Nintendo.
Okay.
Wii U sold like butthole, and that's pretty much all there is to it. And there's no wonder.
Yeah.
It's
It
just
just-
getting another system. People will say, "Oh, it didn't flop." I mean, it's a good system. No, it did. It is a flop.
It's like Virtual Boy level
It
flop.
yeah, it is. It's a kerplunk into the toilet.
Yeah, because it's not like, at least with the Virtual Boy that looked dumb, but this was their next system. This is
Yeah,
supposed to-
virtual. Yeah, exactly. That was like kind of like a.
It was an attempt at something.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be your flagship system.
It's
10 million.
the contender.
I want to say probably PS4 sells that many in like 2 months.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
There you go. So you've made some mistakes.
You're welcome. Like I said, tell people to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, maybe you would get more viewers.
All right.
I'll endorse Nintendo left and right.
Yeah. Good job with the mobile gaming, Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm willing.
Keep it coming.
I'm willing to sell out. That's the plan here, is to sell out as fast as possible to the highest bidder.
Yeah, sure. If you want Flocky Geeks Gaming, let us know. Put in a bid. We got a bunch. All right, so we'll move on to Dark Souls 3 impressions. We're not going to give too much away. I mean, obviously no spoilers, because I haven't even beaten yet, because I had to work like a human being.
Oh, boo-hoo.
And so we'll just give our first impressions. And I was talking to Kester earlier. He beat it, but technically with this kind of game, it's still a first impression.
Yeah.
And we're going to obviously do a review for it, hopefully next weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to write it this week.
Yeah, and then we'll have it up, and I'll edit it, and hopefully by next Saturday or Sunday, it'll be up and ready.
So I definitely wanted to finish it and kind of give a...
I mean, because Nintendo's not endorsing us, we don't have the name out there to get pre-review copies.
No.
Not yet.
As soon as we're sponsored by Nintendo.
Yeah,
even though most of our cast is talking about how terrible they are.
Oh, yeah. But people at least are. But, dude, it doesn't matter. They're getting publicity either way.
Yeah, they love it probably.
You know. So, yeah.
I mean, they're still relevant. We're talking about them.
Exactly.
So, what are your first impressions?
Okay, I'm not nearly as far. I'd say I'm probably like 15 to 20% in.
A little, yeah, about 10%, I'd say. If you're
okay. Well, I think I did a lot of side things.
Yeah.
That you didn't do, actually, that we kind of talked about.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with that. Like, I don't have internet, so I kind of just played it. I mean, with the Dark Souls, that's how I do it anyway.
No, that's fine. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, I really took my time, because I'd only play it for an hour at a time, and I'd be like, oh, what's over here? And then I'd spend the whole session doing that. And
yeah, that's what
it usually led nowhere, and I got something I didn't need. But anyway, it was fun. All right, I'm going to go with... I'll go with some likes.
Okay.
Got a list of likes. And I'll go with some dislikes.
Shoot.
Okay. My first like is for a Dark Souls game, coming from 1 and 2. I feel like the fighting is the best it's been.
Oh, definitely.
Fluid. It's fun as hell. And it definitely feels like just an improved Dark Souls.
It really does.
Yeah. So you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The difficulty... definitely not as hard as the other ones.
Yeah.
Coming into it, at least.
It doesn't get hard either. That's the thing. Everyone was saying late game it gets hard, and there's definitely an up in difficulty, but I still don't think it touches the first one.
And I'm putting this in my likes because what I really admire about this game specifically, and reading some forums and how people impressions of it, it's a good jumper into the series.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's why I like the difficulty. For me, it's too easy compared to the other ones.
See, but I don't know how much of that is also being that good at Dark Souls at this point.
I mean, if you've played 1 and 2 and you've beaten them a couple times, you're gonna have little to no trouble because you've played this before.
Exactly. It's like I knew.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I was gonna be a mage. I knew perfectly how to build it. I knew what, as soon as I saw the one boss weapon, I'm like, okay, that's my weapon the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I knew what to level up.
Yeah.
And I knew how to fight most of the enemies even. I knew how to get behind him, backstab him, and...
It's all about just knowing and understanding how the combat works. The 3 different tactics you do to each enemy to see which one works, and then you just... do that.
Yeah, and another thing is I already beat it, and it probably my game time, it said 24 hours. No way it was that long. You're talking, I took smoke breaks, left my system on while I made food. So you're probably looking at, probably took me 18 hours, I'd say.
Okay.
18 to 20, and it's almost, I just know how they build their world and where they put stuff that I don't feel like I even missed that much.
Well, that's the thing too. I mean, I can't speak for that because I don't know if you did or not, but that's almost like playing a new Zelda game for me. Like, I can just peruse through them. Just because I know, oh, yeah, that's what's going to be there. That's how this puzzle works, and this is how, you know.
It's like, I know they're going to hide an item back here kind of thing. And then,
yeah, you can tell which is the path that's, like, secret and which is the, like, this is to the boss.
Mm-hmm. And, like, even there was a couple areas that I went into where it was like, this seems hard but manageable, but if I can come back here later, I'm going to go the other way.
Yeah.
And, like, that happened a lot where it wasn't like I was fighting in a harder direction for, like, you know, a couple hours where it was like, oh, I need to level and stuff. It's like if I was going this way and it was like, I can beat this, but it seems harder than the other way. So I'd just go back the other way and then I'd come back and I'd be powerful enough and just cruise right through it. So
there's it seems like this game is very little need to grind.
No, I didn't. No point did I level up at all, like stop to level up.
I did once, but it was actually just to get some item drops, not for leveling.
I did one time, and it was just because I was 2 points away from wielding the weapon I wanted to wield. Yeah. So, like, that was the one time.
Yeah, it wasn't for game difficulty. It was just for personal preference, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, same here. But what I was going to say was I like the difficulty being a little easier because, I mean, overall I don't mind because it's more time I can play the game and can, like, progress, I guess. But for people coming into the game, I love that they threw the tutorial boss in there. That's, like, way harder than any tutorial boss in any other game.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, wow. Like, I mean, I beat him first try. I mean, because I knew what to do.
I actually didn't.
Oh.
Because, I mean, I was a sorcerer.
That's what I've heard. If you're a knight, you pretty much automatically beat him.
Yeah.
Which I told you I was going to do melee character.
Yeah. Which is the way to go in this one, I think.
Yeah. From what I've looked at, what I've read, what you've said, yeah, it is.
We'll get into that whenever I get to my dislikes.
Sure.
And likes.
But what I like is it's kind of that, he's hard for someone that's never played these games. But that's exactly what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Like, you fight, you're like, okay, these are one-hit enemies. These aren't too bad. This is fun. And then you hit that boss, and you're like, what the hell? That's what Dark Souls is. And for us, it's easy, and we saw it coming, and it's not a big deal. But for someone who's new, it's like, oh, okay, I understand how it feels to have that gratification of fighting something hard and beating it. And that's what we felt through 3 games now. So it's kind of cool that they did that. I appreciate it. But, I mean, overall, I think it should be a little bit harder, but I'm okay with the difficulty.
I would actually say I was fine with the difficulty. Yeah. I don't think it needed to be harder. I think it would have been harder if I didn't, you know, we're experts at this point, man. Yeah. We're expert level Dark Soul players. Like, there was some stuff in there that I could see, like, if I was new to this game, it would be hard. But, like, there are a lot of times where I'd make it, like, I remember coming up this one elevator and, like, I was fighting these, like, 3 NPC, like, player characters, and I'm like, I'm just running by them.
Yeah.
And I ran right by them. Right there was the shortcut to the bonfire, went down, came back up, and I was behind them all.
Mm-hmm.
It's like stuff like that. Like, you could have been, if I didn't know, like, Dark Souls, like I knew, I could have been trapped fighting those guys for hours.
Yeah.
But instead, it was just like run by them, go down the elevator, come right back up, and kill them.
It's a valid strategy for these kind of games. It's to run past things, just to continue onward. That's kind of the point.
Like, I started fighting them, and as soon as all 3 of them ran down, I'm like, "There's no way I'm beating them."
Mm-hmm.
And it right by, got to the like just stuff like that. You're not gonna know.
Yeah, that's very true. So there's your tip.
So it's like that saved me probably like an hour of gameplay trying to beat those guys.
Yeah. It's true.
It's just little things like that you don't think about unless you're a player.
You're not used to in games because you're like, I got to beat everything I'm faced with as it comes. But in these games, it's not like that. No,
and another thing is, like, when I used to play the first 2, you would, die, and then when you come back to life, you go a little bit further, and you die, and you come back and go. This, it's like, if I die, I'm just running to that point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not fighting my way through everything again.
There's a couple times I can say in this game where it was weird. Like, bonfires were where they should have been, and then there was, like, it seemed like this game more so than others. There's ones that were really close.
Yeah.
And then there was ones that were really far. So it was It was like you get like, oh, bonfire's probably pretty close at this point, going from like what's going on, and then you realize it's nowhere to be found. And a couple times I've gotten very close to where I should have been, like, and I died, and I'm like, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, and you just
run through, like you said. But I just think it's kind of inconsistent. Like, I'd play for an hour and not find one, and then I'd play for another hour and I'd find three. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I noticed anything like that. I felt they were perfectly spaced, to be honest with you.
I think
Maybe you missed something or something.
No, I think I just jumped from areas back and forth.
Okay.
Like where this is like where you should be going, and then I'd go to the next area and find two bonfires and go back because I realized I was going the wrong way.
Yeah.
So that might have been the case, but for me, it was just the pacing was a little off. I don't know, maybe because I was going faster than. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's my fault for doing that. I just thought it was kind of weird. The areas themselves are pretty awesome.
Dude, later in the game, they get much better, too.
Yeah.
The first town is really cool.
Yeah, I really like it's the undead settlement.
And the one, that city, when you open the door, the very beginning of the game, you teleport to the...
Oh, okay. All right.
Like, I love that view when you open that door.
Oh, yeah. It is awesome.
And, the dragon comes down, so it's, like, very reminiscent of the original.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, the areas especially, I would say... What I would say about the halfway point, you get to this one city and it's snowing. It's beautiful.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I like Snow Souls.
Oh, it's so good.
The level design, I think it's pretty solid. I don't have any qualms with it.
No, I would say it's the best.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
very fluid. I don't know if it's the best. I can't judge it yet for that. I haven't played enough, but it's good. I'm gonna say it's good.
It does the thing that like the first one did, where everything kind of connects to each other.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's really cool.
Okay, cool. And the music's awesome.
Yeah, really good music.
Yeah, if you got the day one first edition, hopefully you did because you get a free soundtrack. It's actually really awesome.
Yeah, really great music.
All right, so we'll go with some dislikes.
Okay, what do you dislike?
I think my biggest dislike in this, honestly, is I don't really like the weapon skills.
Yeah, they don't do much.
Like,
just ignore them.
Like, I haven't used them at all.
I used the one for the magic rod.
Okay, I mean, I
For a
haven't.
staff at the end.
I mean, I'm just using a sword and shield and sometimes picking up a great sword, and, like, I just don't feel the need. I feel like I'm wasting precious moments I could be hitting people.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And the enemies themselves, the AI, once you know how to fight them, you don't need that kind of boost. So, they tried to integrate from Bloodborne the tricking of weapons, and it's just not as useful.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to add something new, and I mean, it feels tacked on.
It does.
It's not necessary. None of them are like
game changers.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I made it almost halfway through the game without realizing they were there.
I know. I found it, and I still never used it. I'll say that, well, this is interesting. I have a kind of an example of why I just don't really care for them. Obviously, against the enemies, you don't really need them. I'm sure you can find ways to make it a little more easier to fight them and such, but I find it easier just doing my traditional Dark Souls fighting. But I was invaded, and he was using the skills to fight me. And I didn't use them because I'm not trained well enough, and I knew it would probably kill myself if I just tried to start whipping out these skills, and I just didn't use them. And every time he used his weapon skill, it messed him up. Like, it backfired on him, and I beat him, and I didn't do it once. And that was kind of a testament. Like, I hadn't PvP'd anyone at that point. I haven't done it like at all in the game. This was just last night this happened, and I didn't destroy him, but I beat him.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, yeah, I don't really think I need these. I mean, I just watched that guy fail and to someone who doesn't use them. So.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I feel like they're just tacked on something thrown in there to make it different from the first two, kind of. But, I mean, I was a wizard, so maybe when I'm going to go through it again as a knight, and maybe I'll find a use for them.
Yeah, try. I think the other thing is, if you get good with them in PvP, it could be it could be changing because you can break defenses and stuff with them. But I don't like any move that other than spells that like has a limited amount of uses.
Yeah.
I think that's silly, and I don't know. I feel like I can never use it because what if I need it? And then I never use it. So, whatever. Another dislike. For me, it's unfortunate, but it's just getting a little stale, like Dark Souls in general.
Yeah.
I'm not like pumped that it's the last one, but I hope that it is truly the last one, and they continue in a newer direction, like they did, like more Bloodborne, maybe a new IP that's reminiscent of all this.
Yeah, exactly.
Just something new.
Yeah. All right. You have anything else?
And I wish it was Bloodborne.
Yeah. Like, here's my thing. I will honestly say this is probably the best Dark Souls, but you know what my one criticism of it is?
It's not Bloodborne.
It's not Bloodborne.
Yeah. I agree. There's not that satisfaction that I'm having with Bloodborne. It just, that changed things.
Yeah.
Like Dark Souls was so good up to that point, and then they just, for me, pretty much perfected it.
Yeah, I look at it like this. Honestly, it's the best Dark Souls.
Yeah.
The level design is amazing. So beautiful to look at.
Oh, yeah, it looked great.
Combat is so smooth and precise. Everything about it is... I love the difficulty. I think it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything about it is amazing. It would be like the best game ever if Bloodborne didn't exist.
Yeah.
Like, the only problem this game has is Bloodborne exists, and Bloodborne is better.
The nice thing about it is this isn't competition because it's the same people. So, but yeah, I agree. The thing about Bloodborne that I've noticed, and like, I'm not a huge gore guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, oh, this game's awesome because there's so much gore. But I will say that when you get drenched in blood in Bloodborne, it's awesome. There's so much blood in that game, and it just makes it just that eerie Victorian with all the blood. It's just really creepy and awesome. And there's just not really that kind of thing in this game.
No, and a big thing is I was like, okay, cool, we're going to go back to Dark Souls. I want to cast spells again and do that kind of stuff. And the way they did the magic in this one, I don't like it. I think it's just another bar I have to manage and resource, and in boss fight, it's annoying switching between flasks to refill my spells. I liked it better when they were just numbered.
Yeah.
And it makes it like you have all these spells, but you're just using the most powerful one over and over again because you just refill it. So it's like, what's the point of having all these spells? So I didn't like what they did with the magic, and I'm like, well, I like shooting magic off again, and I missed. I'd rather have a gun and up in your face. Like, yeah.
I miss the viscerals.
I miss viscerals. This game's only problem is Bloodborne exists. That's all I can say about it. You read more in my review. I have a lot. I really, really like this game. Like, I think it's the second best game of the year so far. It's definitely my number 2 though. And if it was just Dark Souls 3 and we hadn't had Bloodborne, I would think it was the best game, like one of the best games ever made. It's really good. I really like some of the late stuff that happens late game as far as areas and revisiting things. I want to play Bloodborne.
It makes me want to play Bloodborne again.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
But I want to keep playing it, and I'm gonna probably replay it a couple times, and it's good.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's just it makes me yearn for that fast-paced, dodgy, up in your face.
That's what I mean.
Bloodborne gameplay.
It's a great game. Like, I honestly would say it's like borderline 10. It's like a 9, but Bloodborne's a 10. Like, that's the thing.
Oh, come on, don't give away the whole review.
I'm not gonna tell you what the score is gonna be and all that, but it's just, as far as the way it looks, plays, it's the best Dark Souls, but that's not good enough anymore.
Yeah.
And it didn't even feel stale to me.
Okay.
It just felt not as good.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing more Dark Souls. I love some of the new enemies, like the Scarecrows. I thought were awesome.
I didn't see that.
You had to have gotten to the Scarecrows. They're in the town.
Scarecrows?
Yeah, they're like the main enemies in the Undead City.
Oh, I guess they look like scarecrows.
They look like scarecrows.
Okay,
yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the crow things.
Nah. I like those are like some of the best enemies.
Yeah.
Like it has some great enemies. Although the bosses were cool, all very cool looking, all way too easy.
Mm-hmm.
I would just say like would be one of the greatest games of all time if Bloodborne didn't exist.
Well, there's our first impression.
And that's our first impression.
Okay, so now time for some quick trailer overviews. Thought it'd be fun to, like Kester said, a lot of trailers this week for upcoming movies that are going to be
trailers.
probably pretty good. So we'll go over and give our little our impressions. It's the impression episode.
Yes.
Okay, so first trailer, Fantastic Beasts, the new kind of Harry Potter spinoff that's like a prequel kind of thing.
Yeah. It looks okay to me. I'm not big enough on Harry Potter, I think.
Yeah.
I like Harry Potter, but it's not like one of my nerd passion things.
Okay, as a Harry Potter fan, I mean, I'm not the hugest, but I've read all the books and I've seen all the movies and pretty much been there for opening night. My girlfriend's a huge Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, she's crazy.
She, like, it brings tears to her eyes when she sees it. So there's a lot of people like that. I would say it looks good.
It does look good. It's just I'm not that interested in it.
Sure. I mean, I understand that, but
I'm gonna watch it.
it looks aesthetically, it looks very pleasing and cozy, and I enjoy that. And I think the acting looks really good. The music sounded awesome.
I liked the vibe of the main character.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he seemed awesome.
Yeah. He kind of like, I don't know. He kind of gave me like almost like a Doctor Who feel.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? Like he's like the doctor, but. Yeah, it seems pretty good. I definitely suggest watching it if you're into Harry Potter, and you probably already have then.
Yeah, you've seen it.
But I would say I got a little more excited about the movie from that trailer.
Yeah, I would say having not even like heard that this was coming, that I would probably watch that movie.
Okay, cool. So I mean that's
good impression.
That's a good it's a good impression. All right, so now we got the new Star Wars Rogue One trailer.
All right, what are your thoughts on this one?
I hadn't seen it. I don't know why. I didn't take 2 minutes to watch the trailer until tonight. I think it's. I'm gonna say I think it looks better than The Force Awakens.
Really, you're gonna say that?
I'm gonna go with I think I might like it more. I mean, I liked The Force Awakens. The more I sit on it, the less I like it a little bit. But I would definitely watch it again.
I would say that The Force Awakens, as much as I loved it the first time I saw it, and even the second time, on repeat viewings, it's kind of losing its luster to me.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of why I haven't really watched it again, because I'm going to wait. I'm probably going to watch it right before Rogue One again, just to get that. But I love the fact that they're going with the female protagonists.
Yeah, they're keeping that theme, which is awesome.
My only issue is I hope that they're not related.
Yeah,
because I just feel like it's such an easy thing to do and write in, and I feel like it's everywhere. So I'm afraid that they're just gonna do that, like she's related to Rey.
Yeah, and how do you feel about a Star Wars movie without Jedi?
I think it's gonna be interesting. Like I think everything I saw from the trailer, I'm really pumped to see it, and I think we're gonna get enough. Hopefully, we get enough. Of Luke Skywalker in the next to like kind of fulfill that.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, I didn't like walk away from this trailer going, "Oh, I wish there were Jedi in that movie. Where's the Jedi?" Or from that trailer. I didn't feel that way. I didn't even really think about it till you just said that.
That's what I thought immediately. Like this is my number one anticipated movie, and it looks awesome.
It does.
It does look great. I just want to see a Jedi in there is my only thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a cool perspective. It might be a little refreshing to see that. And the fact that they can pull a movie that looks really, really awesome and not have Jedi, which is my favorite part of Star Wars.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I think that's a good thing.
And I thought it was awesome. They kind of showed how the Death Star was being built.
Yeah.
It's going to be sweet.
Yeah,
we had AT-ATs on the beach, which I love.
Yeah, it looked pretty awesome like that, too. So... I mean, this isn't really a spoiler. It's in the trailer if you watch it. Do you think she's gonna go rogue, the main character there?
I don't know.
Because it looked like, she had a...
She always likes to rebel.
It is.
It is said in the trailer.
It's called, and it is Rogue One.
Yeah, she's probably going rogue.
She looked cool though.
She does look cool.
And it seemed like she's gonna be a good actress for the part.
It looks solid. I just want to see so many Bothans die too. Like there better be so many Bothans massacred in this movie. like at least a scene of just hundreds of Bothans being killed.
Well, let's hope they actually they don't just insinuate that it happens.
No, we need to see this.
Yeah, we want to see it.
We want to see many Bothans dying while she's just running out with like the plans. It's just like they're killing all these Bothans.
Yeah, I think this trailer was very promising, and it made me very excited to see the new Star Wars.
I would say I'm about as excited. It didn't really pump me up, but it looks good.
Yeah.
So I mean, Star Wars is my favorite thing ever. So
yeah. So
I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah, it looks good. Check it out if you haven't. It's definitely worth the watch. Next up, we have the Doctor Strange, the Marvel character, the new character they're bringing into the movie scene.
Yeah,
with,
I thought
Benedict Cumberbatch as the main character.
I thought this one looked really cool.
I'm like kind of up in the air about it.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't think they showed enough. It was just like a lot of. I know it as the character. I've been told it's all about his hands and that's his life. You know.
Yeah, he was a doctor who lost the use of his hands.
Yeah, it was very hand oriented.
It was very
a lot of hands.
Hand heavy.
I mean, I appreciate Benedict Cumberbatch's hands.
He's got great hands.
He does. They're fantastic. He can model with them. I just don't really need to see that so much in the trailer. Overall, though, I would say average. Like, I want to see the movie. This didn't really stray away from that or make me more excited for it. It seemed... I was talking to our friend, and he brought up a good point. It seems very much like Inception.
It did. Well, it just has that one scene with the city over the city.
But that's very
straight out of Inception.
Yeah. So, and I kind of got that vibe from it in general.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was okay.
I thought it looked really good. Would you say that you think that or Civil War? Out of the two,
Which one do I like more?
Yeah, which one would you get?
Doctor Strange.
See, I'm leaning Civil War.
I don't know, dude.
Civil War looks so good.
I have a bad feeling about Civil War.
Great feeling about Civil War.
I mean, we're talking about things getting stale.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I think the only redeeming factor that this movie will have for me is Black Panther, because I think he looks awesome. But
Spider-Man might be cool.
Or he might be real bad.
Yeah. I'd say the suit looked better whenever I saw it on a big screen as opposed to on my cell phone. I'll give him that. And
I'm just gonna hold my tongue.
Okay. Just hold your tongue. It's fine.
I have something to say. I mean, we might as well just talk about it now. Did you hear about what the new Spider-Man movie is going to be called?
No. It's
Homecoming.
Oh, God.
Spider-Man. Homecoming. What's he going to go to fucking prom?
Hopefully. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, I know. We want to see Peter Parker dancing with, Mary Jane at the fucking dance.
It's going to be great.
While he's fighting Shocker outside in an alley.
That would be like the Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, exactly. Like literally, dude, Homecoming.
Reserve judgment. You're judging early.
No, dude, that's the worst.
Okay, I'll give it. I don't think it's the worst.
Like our friend said, you could have called it the Spectacular Spider-Man. That's all. That's fine.
That would have worked.
No, we're gonna call it Homecoming. And it's this cross between, I think, obviously it's that, like, some way Spider-Man's coming home or something. But I immediately thought of, like, high school.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're trying to go with that or if I'm just, like, really looking in the wrong direction here.
You're way off here. Who knows?
That's a terrible name.
Yeah.
It's bad. I don't get. You can argue all you want. That's a terrible name for a movie.
It's a terrible name. I'm not arguing the name.
Like, I'd be okay with that for like a one comic book issue thing, not a fucking reboot of Spider-Man.
Is it a comic book? I wonder if there's a storyline called Spider-Man Homecoming.
I don't know, but hopefully it's only one issue.
Yeah. Okay. One issue. It's just him at prom.
Yeah, I know. With the yeah, it'll be like, yeah. It just ugh. I'm very salty about Spider-Man. I don't understand how you can't do a good Spider-Man, and for me, they're just.
They did it twice.
Yeah, I know. Out of 6 attempts, 5,
5, 6, something like that.
Civil War. I don't know. I'm just. It's one of those things. It baffles me that you can have such an awesome character and do these things. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm speculating because it's the freaking name of a movie. I understand that, but
yeah,
it just makes me sad. Like, why would you call it that? Come on.
Yeah.
I could have came up with something better than 5 seconds.
So you're leaning Doctor Strange then, it seems like.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I'm stale. I think the Avengers, it's just like, I need a break for like 5 years.
Okay. I'm still on the train.
Yeah.
I like the Marvel stuff.
I'm much more excited for the spinoff. Like, I'm much more excited for Deadpool 2, Guardians of the Galaxy when it comes out. Like,
yeah,
I'm way more excited for like kind of those spin-offies. X-Men, the Apocalypse.
That looks so mediocre to me.
That's what I mean.
That's one I'm fatigued on, I think.
Okay. I also talked to our friend about this. It's one of those things that Marvel does. And I kind of get the feeling from Doctor Strange. They don't really release trailers in which I'm blown away. Like, I think Doctor Strange is going to be a fantastic movie. But I don't think the trailer at all does it justice. Like, they need to do something different.
No, because it didn't even show him as Strange.
Yeah. It's just, they're not very good trailers in general from Marvel. So I've kind of just accepted the fact that I'm not going to judge the movie based on trailers.
Yeah.
So think in that direction. Even though the Civil War has its moments, the trailer, I'm just not really interested in that storyline anymore.
Yeah, you're done with it.
I'm just, ugh.
See, I'm still on the.
I'm literally going to take a notepad into the movie theater. I'm going to write down every single time there's a witty comment.
You're just going to, like, make a check mark?
Check. I'm coming out with 50. I guarantee it.
Coming out with 50. We should do an over-under.
It's like, all it is, it's going to be Captain America and Iron Man just like fighting the whole time, and it's just going to be witty comments back and forth. But there's going to be no story progression because they're too busy being jackasses
and witty,
like flirting with each other.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Just kiss and move on. Anyway, there's my rant.
Yeah,
Doctor Strange. It's like, I think it's like an average trailer. I think the movie's going to be way better than it's showing. Like I said, just because I don't think whoever makes the trailers for Marvel isn't very good.
Doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, it's like, dude, come on.
Get it together.
Saw the 4 hand scenes. You could have just put one in. All right, next one, Killing Joke.
Yes.
Animated.
Probably the best preview we saw.
What are your So that's your feeling?
Yes. I'm super excited for that movie. Cool. I really like that comic. I don't know if you've ever read it.
Mm-mm.
No? It's good.
It's one of those that have escaped me. It's like I've had it in my hands at Barnes & Noble. I'm going to buy this. And I just never did.
Yeah, what I'm wondering is, like, with how short it is.
What they're going to have to add and
What they're going to have to add. And it's just Bruce Timm. You have all the voice actors you need. And that is a really good story.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's my favorite Joker quote is all it takes is one bad day.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good comic, so I'm assuming when you get that kind of talent doing something like that, it's just...
These are the people, I would say, that really should be making movies for superheroes.
For the DC ones,
yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, these are the people that their heart and soul lies within that
they should be in charge.
Exactly.
Like, they've already made several fantastic Justice League movies. The best Batman movie is probably their animated Dark Knight Returns.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite Batman movie.
It's fantastic. It really is.
I love all their stuff. So,
the trailer, honestly, for Killing, it didn't impress me. Yeah. I wasn't like, oh yeah, this is like fantastic. It's more or less just I'm excited for it, and this didn't really like set me over the edge. I'm already excited for it.
Yeah, I think it's more or less too knowing the comic and seeing like the stuff from the comic.
That makes sense.
Like that's why I'm so excited.
That makes sense.
It looks really faithful.
Good. I mean, I think it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of how do you stretch it out because it's not that long.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, I read it. You can read it probably in like a half hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like one issue, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Cool. And then we got Suicide Squad.
Actually, this looked better than the other ones.
I'm going to go off on a limb and say I'm moderately excited for the movie now.
Yeah, it looked cool.
Like, before the first trailer, I'm like, this movie looks like shit. The second trailer, this is the third one, right?
This is the third one, yeah.
The second trailer, I'm like, okay, this is probably going to be like a very average movie I'll forget about. And the third trailer, I might have some fun watching this movie.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be more fun. Doesn't have that serious tone.
I think it's good that they're kind of doing these no-name villain characters because they can kind of do whatever they want, and no one can really judge. Oh, they wouldn't do that, or like we did with Superman vs. Batman. You know, where it's like out of character for them to do these kind of things because there's so much backstory there. And with these characters, they can kind of go in any direction they want, and it seems like they're going in a moderately cool one.
Yeah, and it seems fun. What a novel idea for superheroes.
I know, right? Let's make the movie fun.
And like hopefully this movie hits and is better, like well received and everything, and you know the tone, because it looks much better. It looks and feels like a comic book movie. I mean, like I said, I hated the way Harley Quinn looked in the first two trailers. I thought she was kind of funny in this one.
Yeah.
And she looked great.
Yeah.
So she's the most important character to me in this. Her and
I agree.
And the Joker too, but you know he's not going to be like main.
And I'm still not sold on Jared Leto. I don't think I'll ever be. He's just too weird.
If he didn't look like I can't get past the metal teeth.
It's like, why?
Yeah.
Just make him he should just have like really a huge yellow tooth smile.
Exactly.
If you want to make him creepy, that's all you got to do. You don't have to give him a grill.
Like, why does he have
That's so 2000.
Yeah, why does he have a grill? Are they going to say, like, Batman knocked his teeth out or something?
I hope that's the easy. I hope.
There better be some reason he has a grill. Because nobody is that insane.
To think a grill is cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still under the impression, and I'm crossing my fingers, that there's some kind of something we don't know about the Joker in which he is not the actual Joker. Like he's a rogue Robin.
Yeah, the Jason Todd theory.
Yeah, like something like that. I think that'd be really cool. And a twist that doesn't really come into superhero movies as much. And I think they have finally kind of have that avenue of they can do whatever the hell they want, so let's make it really interesting and cool. And it might make him better for me.
Yeah, if he wasn't the actual Joker.
Yeah, because I just feel like the actual Joker is, I mean, he's insane and stuff, but he just, I don't know. He has a plan. Jared Leto just doesn't seem like he has a plan.
He's
just like some Joker in a suit.
Yeah,
like literally a Joker in a suit.
The Joker is always crazy, but it is with like a point and a laser focus on some sort of scheme.
Exactly. And him, he's just doing whatever the fuck he wants to. I don't know yet, though.
Yeah, we don't know. We'll see how it plays out in the movie, but this movie looks good, I want to say now.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think with how we felt about Superman vs. Batman, I think this is going to be a nice breath of fresh air, kind of how Deadpool was for me in the Marvel Universe.
And I think it's probably going to be almost like an anti-Batman and Superman movie.
Yeah.
Where there's like, they're not going to take it seriously. They're going to have fun with the characters. It looks funny.
It does.
And it looks like the action looks great. So hopefully, this movie does well, because let's just hope it's not terrible then.
I think at the lowest it's going to be average.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be parts I really enjoy, and there's going to be parts that I'm not so fond of. What I'm really interested to see is, since this is kind of a different movie, I'm interested to see how Ben Affleck's Batman is.
Yeah.
Because, I didn't like him in the new one, but I still am reserving this spot in my mind that it's not his fault that this all happened.
Yeah.
And that if he could do it differently, he might be able to pull Batman off.
Yeah. I think that nothing in that movie's fault was anybody's fault but the writer and the director.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm kind of reserving. I'm really interested to see how Batman is in this movie in particular, and it might lead into what we can expect from the spinoffs. Did we talk about that?
No. Did we? No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like Ben Affleck is writing and directing it.
Yeah, he's
It's official now. Yeah.
it's Ben Affleck is on board of writing and directing, I think, a trilogy
That's good.
of his own Batman. So again, this might be a glimpse, hopefully maybe a little glimpse into what to expect from those movies.
Yeah, and the other thing is the only problem with that is how does he write him out of that, like the terribleness of Batman v Superman.
What they should do is just pretend in that realm that it never happened.
That would be their best bet.
Like honestly, just have just a trilogy side story of something else entirely. And I mean, we'll see. I'm not going to speculate too much. I'm curious on what villains they'll pick and stuff. But
and like with this Suicide Squad movie, all you can hope is that it's fun, it's funny, and it does really well.
Yeah.
Because then Warner Brothers might wake up. Because like from what it looks like a fun superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're bad guys too, which is cool, but even Will Smith, he came off good in that.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sold on Will Smith. I think he's a fantastic actor, and I like the majority of movies he's in. He's really great. I just wasn't. It just seemed kind of like a weird person to put into a movie like this, because it's like a bunch of no-name villains, and then Will Smith's one of them.
Well, Deadshot's fairly popular.
I guess.
Like,
I don't know.
I know who Deadshot is.
I know who he is. It's one of those, he couldn't have his own movie.
No, he
villains.
couldn't.
You know what I mean? Like the Joker could have his own movie. Deadshot couldn't. And throwing in someone high quality like that is an interesting aspect. I don't think it's a bad decision now.
No.
At first I was like, he might not fit in. Like this might be like, there's Will Smith and then there's everybody else, but they're all supposed to be one.
Yeah.
Now it seems like they're kind of playing off each other, and it'll be better.
Yeah, like this trailer looked really good, and
Yeah.
I was dreading this movie until this trailer, but it looked exactly like what I want out of a Suicide Squad movie.
I think it's actually going to be. I hope it doesn't, but I don't know how well it's going to do.
Yeah.
I think the name, I think the subject matter, I feel like people won't take their kids to this movie.
Probably not.
You know, because it's called Suicide Squad. It's like, would your mom take you to a movie called Suicide? I don't know. If you're like 12, like they'll take you to Superman vs. Batman. But will they take you to this? So that's.
But it's more of the like if it has a great opening weekend and then word of mouth pushes it up.
Sure, I agree. I just think that the audience is a little skewed for this, so I'm afraid that might hinder its sales.
I mean, look what Deadpool did, though.
Well, that's a little different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's straight up rated R. Like, you couldn't even get in if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And people love Deadpool.
People do love Deadpool.
I mean, I can't really think of someone that's like, I love the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I've never really heard that statement before. Like, I know people that are like, oh, Harley Quinn's awesome,
And Deadpool was that magic of, like, an actor, a director, and writers who all loved this character coming together to bring an actor.
And it was refreshing as hell.
Yes.
Like, that's exactly what I needed from the Marvel Universe for me to get back on board with it.
Mm-hmm.
I needed, like, just this this offshoot of just awesomeness, the rated R, just, I can feel like an adult watching it. You know what I mean? It was really good.
And hopefully, like, it's kind of the same thing with the Suicide Squad, where this is the first movie they've made that's good since arguably the Tim Burton movies, I guess.
The first one?
Yeah. And I don't even like those movies, to be honest with you.
I love them.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton's the man.
I love the Let's Get Nuts scene.
Which is probably one of the top 10 best scenes of all time.
Yeah, if not the best
in
scene
cinema
ever put on film.
I mean, he should have won every award for that one.
Best supporting actor, best actor.
Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is best supporting actor for Batman.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
That would have been great.
Oh, speaking of which, you're in the room. Michael Keaton is supposedly going to play the villain in the new Spider-Man movie.
Which is awesome.
Homecoming.
Yeah, what did
Which
they know?
is the only thing that I'm looking forward to about it.
You put Michael Keaton in anything, I'm on board.
Well, me too. absolutely, I'm spending money to see that movie.
Yes.
So good work.
Michael Keaton's in it. Take my money
Yeah,
now.
seriously. Well, that's the thing, man. He's blown up in the last couple years. I mean,
Yeah.
he's everywhere.
Great.
He's in every movie that's winning anything. It's like he's there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it's great.
You know what happened?
Huh.
They realized how awesome he is. And I think they're doing Beetlejuice again.
Yes.
He's going to be in it. Like, he's coming back, man. He's going to be winning. I hope he wins Best Actor.
Yeah, for whatever. It doesn't matter. Just
Well,
give it
there's
to him.
that movie coming out where he's playing the founder of McDonald's.
Oh, really?
And honestly, it's one of those kind of movies where you're like, yeah, he'll probably win for that. You know what I mean? Just from critics and...
Yeah, and you got to give Michael Keaton the Oscar.
It's kind of turning into the, like, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
He's in so many good movies. He just deserves one.
Yeah, like, I love Michael Keaton so much. I just don't really like that movie.
Which one?
Batman.
Oh, whatever. You're a turd.
Like, I don't dislike it, but I don't think it's great.
Oh, I think it's the first one. Fantastic.
I don't
Dude, Jack Nicholson Joker.
doesn't do it for me.
I
man.
don't understand you.
I'm sorry. I like it. I just don't think it's the best thing ever. Like I've seen it like twice.
I think if you like, apart from Mark Hamill, that's like for me. That's exactly what I want the Joker to be. Is Jack Nicholson because he's nuts.
Yes, and he's funny.
And he's funny, and he looks like. Dude, he looks just like if you could just pull the Joker out of a page of a comic book and set him down, they did it pretty well.
Yeah, he does look
Like
exactly
Heath Ledger, he was a great Joker.
Yeah, he did
I
his
think
own
he
thing with it.
deserved all the praise he got for that. But he didn't really, for me, look like the Joker, like from the animated series or most comics. You know,
Nah,
it was very the realistic Joker.
Yeah, and he did it well, but
Like Jack
Nicholson's
Nicholson
way
looked
better. Yeah,
he looked just like a comic book the whole time.
Yeah. Okay, him and Keaton. I will say it's a good movie, just because of that. But
I'm
yeah,
so glad. All right, so I think that's it.
is that it?
That's all the trailers I got.
Yeah, that's all we got this week, guys.
That's it. We're done.
We're done.
Look forward to the Dark Souls 3 review. It might be before or after the next podcast. Just keep an eye out.
Yeah, we got to do a lot of.
What you should
recording and
do
writing.
is subscribe to the YouTube page.
Yeah, that's a good
because then
idea.
you'll get an email that says, "Hey, guess what? Flock of Geeks just posted a review, and
I
you
think
should
that's
check it out."
The best move you could make.
Yeah, you just it's like you've put in your email, you make a little password, and then you hit a subscribe button. It's not that hard.
No, it's pretty easy, people.
Just do it for us. If you spent an hour and what is it now? Like 30 minutes listening to this, you could have subscribed
36 times.
or more.
Or more. It's one button. Can't stress that enough.
No. So obviously you can find us on YouTube. Please subscribe. You can follow us on Twitter, which is doing pretty well. I'm excited about the Twitter.
Yeah, everything's going much better.
Yeah, it's going well. We're on SoundCloud. If you don't do the YouTube, you know,
Yeah, iTunes.
iTunes. We're on iTunes. If you want to download the cast, we got the Twitch. Kester doesn't have internet yet, so
No, and that was shenanigans.
so hopefully that'll, you know, at some point he'll be twitching. That'll be fun. And then Facebook, like the page.
Yeah, why not?
So thanks guys for listening. Make sure you do all that fun stuff, and Kester, take us away.
Go murder my murder.